Hello family, you're welcome back. This is just a quick video. As you can see, I'm in my robe. I was ready to go to bed. I was done cleaning the kids and I was just sitting there relaxing, taking my tea before I go to bed. And I saw this video that really make me sad at the same time angry. So this is about a pastor that it said he's commonly called man of faith. I've never heard about him. I just seen this for the very first time. And he said that his name is Pastor Edgar something, but he's popularly known as Man of Faith. And that on Saturday, being 2 days ago, he decided to take his own life, and I was just reading stories and pictures, but then I came across this video, and this video is a video that he made before doing that act. And I'll see what I have to say and why I am angry.
And your brother, the man of faith. Yeah, today it's one of my saddest day ever in my life. The reason being is that I failed, like for real, I failed. I've been a fighter. I fought so very much for my family. I've risked my life several times just to take care of my family, wife, my father, and the guys that I keep at home. But I'm so weak now, such that I don't think so I'll make it till tomorrow. It'll be sad, but I can't manage. I would love to be alive. I would love to be alive, to watch my son grow, to watch my wife happy, to watch the whole family happy. But I failed. In this time of trouble, I feel useless. I'm a man of God. I love God sincerely. He knows I love him. There's no manner of prayer that I have not prayed. I have prayed every manner of prayer just for God to intervene in my situation. But every time it's becoming worse and worse. Putting food on the table, it has become a problem. And I'm having debts. I'm owing people. And this month, I've even failed to pay my rentals. If you are able to see this video, please tell my wife I love her.
Okay, so that's the video I saw on this Facebook page called the Zambian Trumpet, and it's so sad because when I went to his page, when I typed his name, Prophet Edgar, a lot of pictures coming up of him and a lot of screenshots about him, so many people writing about him, the things that he shared on his WhatsApp status, probably some few hours before passing. And I also read somewhere that he actually passed on his prayer mountain, that he went to the prayer mountain. That's where he drank the substance, that he had the intention of ending it all by drinking that substance. And when you look at the messages from his WhatsApp status, it really corroborates the video he made that he was in some kind of trouble and he was financially broken because he was needing help. He was asking for help. He was saying that any amount will go a long way to help him. He was begging. He said family, friends, sons and daughters. If you get sons and daughters, again, sons and daughters in Christ. Yeah. It's a very sad story, first of all, to see a young, strong looking guy like this getting to that point where he's so vulnerable, yet I don't know how to put this, because when you look at his picture, he's the picture in the video, the dressing in the video here is the same dressing he has on this picture, standing beside his car and looking all put together, looking like everything is working. All right. So when you look at this picture, he's all put together. You can never tell that he's going through something deep. And if he posted this picture on his Facebook page, you will see other young men looking up to him and say, I receive, Papa, I tap into this picture, I tap into this blessing. Simply because he looks so flashy on this picture, standing beside a car and look all put together, and he's looking all that glittering. You know, this is really sad, and I just pray that God is going to comfort his family, especially the wife and the son that he mentioned. Now, I want us to focus more on the part that is making me angry, that I feel that it's a lesson for those of us who are still living. Because I am of that school that I believe that whatever happens to us, there is a lesson and a blessing in it, no matter how bad and sad it may look, but there is always a blessing and a lesson from it. If you are a true practicing Christian, it will be difficult sometimes to go through this pain, to go through this, but God's time is always the best. But this guy, I believe he was in that situation where he was already going through depression, anxiety, and all of that. And now he's gone. I pray that may his soul find rest. Years ago, I was having a conversation with myself because I was just going through Facebook, and I realized that the number of young men that have come up today on Facebook with the title prophet is alarming. Like, everywhere you want to go on Facebook, you will see somebody having a prophet title, and they're always on live on Facebook saying, can I pro, can I pro, can I pro? This just made me so sad, and I had to make a post about it. And I was asking myself, what is happening to the youth of Africa? Why is everybody thinking that going into the prophetic ministry is a job? Why is everyone thinking like, if I want to serve my father, I must do it in the prophetic ministry? What is wrong with going out there and preaching the true gospel of Christ, preaching salvation? Why is everyone thinking that they must become a prophet, they must prophesy, and they must ask people to sow seed, and they must ask all of these things? I even took some screenshot because I wanted to make a video about it. As much as I don't want to talk about these things, but you can't help but ignore some of them, especially if there is a lesson to learn from it, like this one. Now, I don't know if you agree with me, but this is my opinion. In Africa today, we have a chain of so many false teachers and false prophets, building all these high hopes into the mindset of the younger generation. I would take an example of J. Israel and his mentor, Alf Lukau. How many people look up to Alf Lukau today as their papa? So many. All of them want to have that kind of affluent life. Let's even shift these two people behind. Most of these so-called prophets today in Africa that live all this Gucci lifestyle, flamboyant lifestyle, I'm not saying it's wrong, but the things we do, we should be cautious of the people that are looking to copy it, especially if we know they are wrong, but we need to keep a certain standard to let them think that this particular thing actually works. All these African youths today, they look up to these people, they call them papa, they call them daddy, they can defend them with their lives. And so when they even go to school, they even graduate. An example that most of them are graduate. If you look at the situation of J. Israel and his boys then, there was one of the boys that said that he's a graduate of law from the university. which means we studied the same thing. He's a graduate of law at university, and he didn't think of going to practice or do business. He decided to come serve prophet. He's living from one prophet to the next prophet because he wants to live that lifestyle. He wants to be in that lifestyle. I'm so pained right now, yeah. So what the effect of this is that anybody that wakes up and feel like I'm broke, I don't have money, but when I look at this papa's lifestyle, I look at this people, I'm looking up to their lifestyle. Every day they're flaunting so much money on Facebook. They're flaunting so much good life, private jet and all of this stuff on Facebook. They also started like me. So it's good I go into a prophetic ministry. The next minute they create a page on Facebook. They give their self name, Prophet Pastor this, Prophet Senior Prophet this. I've never seen a junior prophet, Prophet Senior Prophet Pastor Bishop, some kind of funny names, and then create name of their church, and then they just pick their phone again, technology. Go on Facebook and start prophesying and start speaking in tongues that nobody understands, tongue that is not edifying anybody except themselves. Putting their number and saying that call for prayer line, sow a seed. So when you are going into the ministry, the prophetic ministry, with the thought that you're going to be successful, going into the prophetic ministry like this is a job, you're going to fail. And you're going to do it for the wrong reasons, because you're going in there not to serve your father, but you're going in there because you feel that you don't have a job and this is the trending or the new business. So you're going in there with all high hopes that you're going to succeed like your papa. This is it. This is the consequence of it all. I'm not saying that other people who are not in the prophetic ministry are not going through things, but when you go, I don't know how to say. Now, what also made me feel so bad is this thing that they call prayer mountain. That's why I say they are copying their papas. Every big prophet, quote and unquote, has a prayer mountain. Or they have a swimming pool. They'll call it a swimming pool, Bethesda, whatever. All of them have prayer mountain. So when young guys like this one start coming up and also create their own prayer mountain, wait, what does it say? They're copying. They're copying from all these other bigger fake prophets. They're copying from their papas. Proof of it, that's where he died, on his own prayer mountain. I don't just understand. This thing has got to stop. I don't know. I really don't know how, but this prophetic ministry is really bringing so much shame, is really bringing so much destruction into the body of Christ that sometimes you see people that have PhD, but they can't even decipher when something is so purely fake because they are vulnerable, because they have a problem and they think their solution is in the hand of a fake teacher. So much so that we can't even discern when they are saying something that has nothing to do with Jesus. So this young man comes into the ministry. He has seen his pastor, his papa, flowing with word or whatever, successful. His papa has a prayer mountain. Okay, me too, I'll have my own prayer mountain. I'll also have my own church. I'll call myself a prophet. And then I'll come on Facebook and prophesy and people will buy. So when they sow seed and stuff, it's going to give me money that I'll be able to take care of my family at the end of the day. You can't fool God. What does the Bible say about working? Even Apostle Paul encouraged that it is good that you have a job of your own, so that you don't rely on the people in the church to feed you. But whatever is coming from the people in the church should be an extra, and that extra you can even use to solve other people's problem. But no, today in Africa, everybody wants to go to church to build a fat account, to buy a Rolls Royce, to build house, to fly in private jet from the church. Is a church a job? I don't understand. I don't understand why we'll keep deceiving these young people. Go on Facebook, just type prophet on Facebook, or just type, if you're in Namibia, type prophet in Namibia on Facebook. You see how many prophets will come out. Type prophets in South Africa, prophets in Nigeria. And the trend for this young prophet is so alarming in South Africa, in Zambia, Zimbabwe. Like, I don't understand, people of God. I don't understand. Let me read a verse from 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, 11 to 12. Make it your ambition to lead a quiet life, to mind your own business, and to work with your hands, just as we have told you, so that your daily life may win the respect of outsiders, and so that you will not be dependent on anybody. Make it a duty to live a quiet lifestyle. Is that the lifestyle that we see with these our prophets of today? If they are not flaunting bundles of money on Facebook, if they are not flaunting designer bags and shoes, if they are not flaunting big buildings, if they are not flaunting private jets, if they are not, they must be flaunting something to make you believe that there is money where they are. Is that a quiet lifestyle? It goes ahead to say that we should make it our duty, all the servants of God. Make it your duty to actually work with your hands so that you can have respect. People around you can respect you. But is that what we see today in this our African prophets or all these false teachers across the world? What do we see? Every day we see them in the news because they are fighting over tithe, because they're fighting over sewing of a seat, because they're fighting over a VIP member registration fee, because they're fighting over a Fire for Fire ministry conference payment. Completely opposite of what is required of them. That's what they do. Next, it says that they should work with their hands, and so that they will not be dependent on anybody. But this is not what we see today. They are depending on tithes. They are depending on church offerings. They are depending on sowing of seeds. They are depending on the church. They are depending on the people in the church to actually survive. If I want to serve God, I really love to serve God with my heart. But I'm not going to just stop doing my business, the Afro Flavor, stop doing YouTube, or stop doing whatever it is, my work that I'm doing that is what is taking care of my family. To just say, no, I want to go to there, I want to open a ministry, and I want to call it Senior Prophetess Divine Favor. And then I just create a church, the strongest healing power of God. See, the way we are playing with the things of God is not even funny these days. And I abandon my job, I abandon my business, I just become dependent with a very high hope that because I have seen a certain Mommy Gio that have succeeded, so I too, because I'm her spiritual daughter, I too need to succeed. If Mommy Gio has a prayer mountain in this bedroom, I have to look for where I'll call my prayer mountain. Whatever Mommy Gio is doing is what I'm copying, because I'm hoping to also make money like Mommy Gio. And then I get into it, they don't sow seed. Thanksgiving is not constant. Sowing of seed is very poor. I can't keep up with my suits that I have to put on every time to flaunt. I can't keep up with flaunting my shoes and my bag and my cars. I keep borrowing money here to buy clothes, to buy shoes. It gets to a point that I become so indebted. I can't even take care of my boys. I can't even take care of my house, my family. I can't pay my bills because I went into the ministry for the wrong reasons. Even the Bible makes it clear that all those who are coming, they are saying that they want to serve God, but they're not serving God, they're serving God for their own purpose. And that are fooling, every day derailing the children of God. They say there is a curse on them. If your own has not happened today, it will happen tomorrow. I'm not saying that's what has happened with this brother, but I'm saying that that's the lesson for us to learn from this thing. You, that young, agile African man who is looking to become a prophet because you see this prophet on TV, you love his lifestyle so much, and you think you'll be the same. Think again. Think again and think very well. Is that why you want to go into the ministry? What happened to preaching the gospel of salvation? What happened to preaching that gospel that is going to elevate somebody, that is going to motivate somebody, that is going to teach someone to be patient, to teach someone to be humble, to teach someone to be hardworking, that is going to help someone in their journey of faith, that is going to convert somebody to become born again? What happened to that? Why prophetic? Why? And then you'll be forced to start selling wristband. There's a brother here on YouTube. I'm going to make a video about that brother because this has been in my heart for 2 years now. I reached out to this brother to tell him, you know very well that what you're doing is not good. You're deceiving these people on YouTube. Because I acted as if I wanted to buy his wristband so he could respond to me. He responded to me because when I was writing, he wasn't responding. But the moment I said I wanted to buy his wristband, he started responding. I was telling me he can ship through DHL. He can ship to this wristband. If I buy it, it's going to solve all my problems. And I'm like, really, brother? Really, sincerely, do you think what you're doing is right? Why are you deceiving people? Why are you using God's name to deceive people? Stop it. Because these people have real problem. What did he do? He insulted me and called me spirit of Jezebel and then blocked me on Instagram. But I still have those screenshots. And he called himself Prophet Pastor, or Rant or Rant. I don't even know. Very long title. Every day he wears those beads on his hand. And he said he has mystical power because he has won it. He has prayed, he has fasted on it. And because it is his own, if you buy, he solve all your problem. Unemployment, he will solve it for you. Marriage, he will solve it for you. Whatever is your problem, he will solve it for you. So imagine someone that is so desperate and is so vulnerable. We want to say, okay, let me buy this bit and see if it's going to work for me. You all really need to have the fear of God in you. You all need to have the fear of God in you. To stop deceiving people, to stop destroying families. People have destroyed families. Prayer mountain, prayer mountain. Today, early hours of today, I was watching the news about Mommy Gio. I wanted to talk about that as well because something came up about Mommy Gio's prayer mountain. It says that there's an allegation that Mommy Gio has several churches. There's also even a video where Mommy Gio is in a hotel and she's filming herself. You know, in that hotel, she's filming herself and she's showing, say, can you see? So she was actually in a robe like mine, but she was showing that, can you see? And they see she was touching her bum bum. Her voice, if you know Mommy Joe, that her voice, so let the fans not come and tell us here that her voice has been cloned. And then she wakes up, walk in the room, and is showing video. This is this in my room, and goes in front of the mirror. This is my study table. I'm going to put that video also so people can watch it. I will put it here so you can watch it. And on the video, you can clearly see Mommy Joe's reflection. And it is alleged that she was sending that video to a married man and she had asked that man to come with her to Dubai or wherever, but the man refused. So she sent that video to the man and the man now sent it to his male friend. It's his male friend who leaked the video. But this is Mommy Joe that has come to tell us that if you do this, hair fire, if you do that, hair fire, if you do this, hair fire. But look at what she's doing. You know, and she granted an interview with BBC saying that she has been running this thing for so long. The other time she refused, she said that people are changing voices. It's not her. All those things that she's the one talking. It's not her talking. Why? Why all this? And now in that news, it says that there is alleged allegation that Mommy Joe would tie people. She has a prayer mountain or a mountain area for whatever. That's where she will go there, tie these children, will tell them that they are possessed with demon, will keep them there. And I'll put all those screenshots here because I needed to make a video. I also wanted to make a video about that. Because under that post, somebody came and commented and said, yes, it's true. I and my sisters were victims. When we were still a child, she did all these things to us as well. And she said, I was going to attack my sister. She attacked her sister. And some blinded Mommy Joe fans still came and was insulting this girl, saying that she's lying. Why would she lie? Why? She would lie to gain what? She would lie to gain what, actually? That's the problem, because you people don't even want to even pray for discernment. You people just want to remain blinded. What happens to you wanting to know Jesus for yourself? What happens to you if you cannot read? Your son can read. I don't know. Get a good translation Bible and know Jesus for yourself. Even if you cannot read, if you want to really know Jesus and live for Jesus, making Jesus the center of it all, just have a good heart. Believe in the sacrifice that they say Jesus came, died for your sins so that you'll be free. Jesus, I believe in that and I receive you today. That I want to live my life according to your principles. Jesus said the commandment I live for you is what? That you should love your Father. You should love God. And of course, you should also love your brothers and sisters. Period. That's the greatest commandment. And he went ahead to say that because every other law that the prophet had given before is found within these two. Is it difficult? God. You know, this is really, it really hurts me when I keep seeing these people on Facebook parading themselves like this and causing so much damage, and people are under the post typing, I receive. What are you receiving? What are you receiving? How will you... Anyways, so that's what I wanted to talk about this video, because I need to just go. Has just taken his life like that. By the end of the day, there is a lesson. What lesson have you learned from this brother's case? You know, there's a lesson about patience. A true child of God exercise patience, for God's timing is the best. Jesus never said that if we want to follow him, we're not going to have any trials. But he guaranteed us that in your trials, I will be with you. So when things are becoming so heavy to you that you feel like people have abandoned you, like this brother was putting on his status that I need help, just go under the refuge of your Father, please. Say, Jesus, you can't leave me alone because you promised me. Faith is not denial, because he said in this video that he has prayed all kinds of prayers and nothing is happening. What happened to David? Was his answer to his prayers not also delayed? But he waited. Your own can be 1 year. Your own can be a 1 month waiting period. Your own can be 5 years waiting period. But have that faith. That faith is what's going to keep you to wait till the end, so that you don't get distracted by the devil and all those negative ideas that he will put in. He said, I have been suicidal. I understand what it means. But to the glory of God, I was saved 3 times. 3 times I was saved. And since that, I cleaned my tongue like never again. When I begin to understand how things work, I cleaned my tongue that never again. It is not my Father that wants me dead. It's the devil that wants me to see the situations arriving around me, to say, you know what, I'm not worthy to be in this world. I'm suffering too much, you know. But it is God who put me in the family that he put me in. It is God who gave me the parents that he gave me, you know. Because most of my issues was coming from my home, my family setting. They were not the difficulties of life. I'm a fighter. I believe if you put me even under the bridge with my children, I will hustle and I will pray and God will bless it. My children will at least have food to eat. If we can afford just 1 meal, we'll manage it and wait for God to take care of tomorrow. That's just how I'm built. You know. Don't be putting your eyes on people's things. You don't know how people are getting their things. All these your prophets that you're looking after, you don't know what they are doing to have all this money, to live this flashy lifestyle. Practice humility, for Christ's sake. Let God bless you the way he wants to bless you and when he wants to bless you. Forget about what is happening around you. Forget about what this person is getting that you don't have. For your time is your time. If we all can just come to our senses and say, you know what, enough with all these fake teachers that will tell us to come and sow thousands of seeds before they will pray for us, you know. Enough with all these people that are just here to tell us about miracles, prophetic miracles. Can I pro? Can I pro? Can I pro? The things of God has become movie to you guys, has become some kind of drama. If you have a prophecy for me, will you not just give my prophecy? Will you come and be dancing, jumping left and say, can I pro? And then they will have this their other DJ-like kind of person will be like, pro, man of God, yes, pro, man of God, yeah. Are we okay? Are we really okay? And I don't understand how my sisters, my brothers will sit there, believe it. Sometimes I'm like, is that this thing of this spirit of discernment is meant only for some particular people? Have you asked yourself that these people who are succeeding in life and they love God, but no prophet has ever laid hand on their head? They have not been to any prophetic church. They have not typed, I receive any under prophetic post, but yet they are okay. Contentment. Contented they are. Why must you be following a pastor or prophet from one location to the other? Some of you will travel from Australia to Nigeria to South Africa looking for one miracle or the other one. So every single year, you become worshippers of prophets. If you want to see a new poster on Facebook, this is the one I'm trying to do. Especially women. This is the one I'm trying to do. I'm going here today. You want to see after 3 months, you gather small money again. Namibia, oh no, it's Nigeria. Is this man that is ringing now? No, South Africa. This man is ringing because he raised a dead man. No, it's a Bushrio. No, it's. Please, do not go into the ministry hoping to make money. Don't do that. Don't let these people deceive you. You never know what's going behind the curtains. You will never know the level at which people need to go to maintain this lifestyle. Some of them have already sold their conscience. You are so young, you're so strong, you have all your future in front of you. Think, what can I do with my hands and let my Father bless it in return? Can I make a wooden something? Can I work a piece of land and harvest and go and sell? So that from there, I can now make money. And then maybe the money I'll add it the next time I work a bigger place. Can I bake a piece of land and work? Can I work for people to pay me? Can I clean somebody's house for somebody to pay me? Work. Work. Even the Bible says when we are doing our job, we should do it wholeheartedly because we are doing it for our Father. It doesn't even matter how your employer is treating you. Work and let God bless the works of your hand. And be patient, most importantly, brothers and sisters. Be patient. God's timing is the best. I know it can be difficult sometimes to be patient. But if you have faith that Jesus died for you and that he saved you, then you should have faith that he will take you out of any situation that you find yourself in at the right time, at the appointed time. Sometimes when God is not giving us now, it's because he knows that maybe if he gives us that thing now, we'll not even be able to manage. Maybe it will make us grow wild, you know. God's timing is the best, people. Have a blessed day. May the soul of this young man rest in peace. And I pray that God comforts his family, especially the son, the wife, the father that he mentioned that he was responsible. Another thing also is, sometimes let's not carry too much burden on our shoulder. Let's not take on too much responsibility when you do not have the power, the financial and moral power to handle it. Being a single child, I understand what it means to have responsibility. Because even though I'm biologically single, I have a lot of things of people that has grown, lived with me. I'm taking care of myself. I don't have an elder brother that if I'm broke, he will come in and help. You know, if my mom is sick, it's my immediate responsibility before her sweet brothers will come in. Because the family always comes in to help, you know. So I know how to cut my coat according to my size. I know the kind of responsibilities I want to take. I know the kind of lifestyle I want to take. I don't want to go out there living some flashy lifestyle that is going to take me, going to give me stress because I need to keep up with it to make you people understand that, because I don't know. Please, not everything that glitters is gold. If you look at this picture of our brother before he went to that prayer mountain on the same outfit and passed, I'm sure his sons and daughters that he was begging money from them had typed under that, Papa, you're looking good. I receive from this grace. I tap from this blessing. Stop tapping on what you don't know. The only thing you want to tap from is the word of God, because everything is in it. It's going to comfort you. It's going to strengthen you. It's going to take away your worries. I'll see you in my next video. Just let me know in the comment section what you think about